Hello friends, and welcome to today's video. We're going to talk about NMIXX's A Midsummer NMIXX's Dream, and I have nothing else to say, so just to go over how this is going to work, I'm going to run through the track list, give you my thoughts on each song, and then give the album a score out of 10 at the end. However, I do have some disclaimers before we continue. Disclaimer number 1, I'm not doing the instrumentals. I know half of this album is instrumentals. I never do instrumentals, so I'm not doing the instrumentals. Disclaimer number 2, for the new song, the title track, I've heard it a couple times. I looped it when I was taking notes for it, so I've heard it a few times, but I'm still only a few listens in, and my opinions on this song very much may change over time. Third disclaimer is my standard one. Everything I say in this video is just my opinion. You do not have to agree with my opinion because, as the mug always says, music is subjective, and that is great. Okay, now that we have all of that out of the way, we can get started, and first up we have the title track, Party O'Clock, which... it's pretty good. There are some parts I don't like, but for the most part I found it to be a relatively enjoyable listening experience. Let's start with what I didn't like. First, the opening, not a fan. Not a fan. They bring it back again after the second chorus, and I don't like it there either, but just as a whole, it annoys me. Also, the second half of the chorus, for some reason, the lyrics piss me off. They really do. I don't know why. I can't explain it. But I'm blaming Park Jin-young. But it's all the major negatives I have. Everything else I can get through in this song. I can get through most of this too, but these are the things that really bring down the song for me. So let's move on to some positive things. The pre-chorus is pretty good. It builds well into the chorus and I enjoyed it. As for the verses, the first one's fine. I wasn't the biggest fan of the interjected shouting. I'm never a fan of interjected shouting. Literally ever. There's no song I can think of off the top of my head where it works. So I wasn't the biggest fan of it here, but I'll survive. The second verse, however, was way better. It had no interjected shouting, which made it vastly superior in all the aspects that matter. Meanwhile, the bridge post-refrain that I hate is actually quite excellent. I think it's one of the strongest, if not the strongest part of the song, and I wish I didn't have to sit through the terrible refrain to get to it. Now, let's talk about the chorus. I've already said I really didn't like the second half. It bothers me for reasons that I don't understand, which is only made worse by the fact that I actually really like the first half. I think the first half is great. I just wish that the second half didn't kind of ruin it. Big picture, I'm kind of disappointed. Spoilers for 30 seconds from now, but I really like Roller Coaster, and this just isn't even close to being on that level. It's not even remotely comparable. I think if I were to rank all the NMIXX singles, this is dead center, which isn't bad, but Roller Coaster would be at the top, and for Roller Coaster to be the pre-release for a song that I consider to be a bit of a disappointment, it's just not ideal. Speaking of Roller Coaster, that is the second and final song on this album, and I'm skipping it. I did a whole video about it. I will put it in the description. You can watch it if you so choose, but I don't want to rehash it all here. All you need to know for this video, I love this song. I've listened to it a lot since it came out. I think it's really fun, and it's definitely my favorite song on this album, and if you ask me, the best of NMIXX's various forms of songs. And with that, it is score time, and overall, I'm giving this album an 8.9 out of 10, and Roller Coaster is doing a lot of the heavy lifting for that, because while the title track here isn't bad, it's, let's just say, ruined by certain bad aspects of the song. So yeah, 8.9 out of 10. And yeah, that's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching. Feel free to comment your thoughts on this album down below. Let me know what your favorite song is. You can also like and subscribe if you want to, or don't. I will be okay either way. And if you want to hear more from me, you can follow me on Twitter, @s_albumreviews. I'll link that in the description, along with every other NMIXX review that I have done, which covers, I believe, their entire discography. So you can check all that out if you so choose. But yeah, thank you again for watching. Bye!